What is a hard pill to swallow, but makes everything easier once you do? The world does not care about you the way you think it should. You do not owe loyalty to your employer. You are disposable. It's never a good idea to get gas in the morning before work. Get gas now. No matter how good someone may be, bad things can still come to them. Likewise, horrible people can still have good things come to them. The world's not fair and equal. Sometimes, you're the problem. If one person tells you you're a shitty person, it could be a grudge, vendetta. If multiple unconnected people tell you you're a shitty person, maybe you should do some introspection. Which movie soundtrack slaps from beginning to end? Lord of the Rings. Oh Brother Where Art Thou? And #X200B. Edit. It makes me so happy that there are this many people who also love that movie and soundtrack. Tron. I know you probably mean Tron Legacy, but Wendy Carlos' score for the original movie is Gladiator. Hans Zimmer Grey Heart. The Last of the Mohicans. The Crow. This and the Natural Born Killers soundtrack were my youth. It's Tarzan, right? Phil Collins did the world a favor with that soundtrack. Iconic. Interstellar. Pretty much any movie score by Hans Zimmer slaps. Blues Brothers. Prince of Egypt. What is the best method to actually grow as a person? To learn how to think more logically, clearly, and humanely. Learn to live without instant gratification. Don't think of how a decision will affect you now, but think of how it will affect you tomorrow, next week, or a year from now. You see a lot of knee-jerk reactions to events and choices that sound logical now, but have ill effects long-term. Once you learn to give up on that feeling and think about long-term effects, you can start to act much more rationally and purposefully. Think inward, but realize that you aren't the focus of existence. You're simply one of countless meatsack nodes struggling to cope with whatever adversity life has thrown your way. Keep educating yourself every day. Figure out who you are currently before you figure out who you want to be. Once you figure out who you are, you can start changing yourself easier. What's easy to get, but hard to get rid of? A bad rep. Glitter. STDs. A pop song in your head. Bedbugs. If I ever get bedbugs again, I'm burning my place of living down and starting from scratch. Debt. Ain't that the truth? I had a high-paying job, Xanax addiction, and many credit cards at one point in my life. I would frequently be blackout shopping, treated myself to anything I wanted, and was spending in a way that was quite immature and irresponsible. I always put off paying off the cards. Well, now I have a low-paying job and a whole lot of debt. Hey, no Xanax though. A cat, and they are well aware of it. Boner. Fat. A big junk buildup, not like human junk, just shit y'all don't need. What's the stupidest thing you ever seen a religious person call satanic? A toothache. The devil is trying to enter my body, was the quote. Initially I thought they were making a weird joke. They were serious. My wife's mother pulled her out of the Care Bears movie when she was a kid because the bears were casting satanic spells out of their stomachs. My wife still holds a grudge. I knew this Christian lady that refused to eat deviled eggs. Edit. My wife said her cousins weren't allowed to eat candy on Halloween when they were kids because their mom didn't want to celebrate the devil's birthday. Being left-handed. A church I visited wouldn't let me play music BC of it. The same teacher who taught abstinence-only sex ed class took away my deck of magic cards because they were satanic. How am I supposed to keep my virginity without my magic cards?